we're getting ready for high school is start thinking about our futures. You don't have to know right now what you're doing exactly after high school, but start looking when you're on social media. If you're talking to your parents, family members, start thinking about maybe some potential interests that you have. What are things that you like to do in your free time? What are things you might want to try while you're here at high school? Start thinking. While you're, after this presentation, everybody has the opportunity to go downstairs. You'll have the chance to go downstairs and talk to some people that are a part of the fairs and the different clubs that we have here. We have something called Flex, which is really awesome, which is at the end of our day. You guys have the opportunity to join different clubs that are really great for resume building. So we want you guys to start getting excited about just different opportunities that you'll have here at CTRA. Sleeping habits. We want to make sure that you guys are also ready for joining CTRA, being in high school. We have the opportunity here to take Goodwin University credits, which is great because you guys get to take college credits for free if that's something that you guys are interested in. With that being said, we do have our classes that are a little bit longer. They're about 80 minutes. So we want to make sure that you guys are engaging in your classes and that you guys are here with us. And we're here to help you guys with that as well. Self-advocacy, that's something that is really near and dear to my heart. We want to make sure that we're helping you guys as scholars grow to your fullest potential. We know that each and every one of you guys has so many different strengths and interests and different parts of yourselves that you're going to be able to join our CTRA family. We want to make sure that you guys can start speaking up for yourselves. So families, we encourage you to help your scholars start advocating for themselves and with opportunities that they can, speaking up to their teachers. We all of our educators here, we wish we were mind readers. Unfortunately, that's not the gift that most of us have. So we want to make sure that we're helping you guys feel comfortable of letting us know if there's something going on so we can make sure everybody's getting to their full potential. Stress level. Raise your hand, scholars. Has anybody been stressed before? I appreciate the honesty. I'm sure most of the educators would probably, and adults would put up 2 hands. Yeah, stress is a very regular part of life. That's something as a school counselor I really want to help you guys with. And there's something called healthy stress as well. When we have different opportunities, different challenges, sometimes that can be stressful. We definitely have a lot of different responsibilities here in high school. And that's something that's okay and it's going to help prepare you guys for after high school as well. So we want to make sure that we're helping scholars make sure that we're developing coping strategies and we're helping you guys facilitate through some of the challenges that we might face. Being in school and being here on time. We want to make sure all the different opportunities that we have, that scholars really get to engage. That if we have something that you're not missing out, because we have wonderful information and different ways that we're always expanding and growing. We want to make sure that everybody feels like they're at home and that has their niche. So it's super important that you guys are here with us so your educators can have the opportunity to get to know you better. You can get to know your peers, feel a part of the family at CTRA, and also make sure that we're really getting into our learning. So it's super important that we are here and here on time. And also getting involved. That's something that we really want everybody to have the opportunity to do. Building our resume, thinking about what we can do for our future. Right now, as the 9th and 10th grade counselor, I'm going to start talking about summer opportunities, summer jobs. We want to make sure that you guys are as well-versed as possible. And yes, I see some faces like, ooh, summer job, yes. That does mean get some money early, which is really great. We do have a program from the state of Connecticut, Summer Youth Employment from the Capital Workforce. You can start working as early as 14 years old. So it's a really awesome opportunity. And with that being said, tons of our educators also hear about great internship opportunities and things like that that we like to share with our students and our families to get involved and to start thinking about the future. So there's definitely a few key differences between being a middle school student and being a high school student. One of those biggest things is being in credits. You need credits to move on to the next grade level. Every time a scholar, when you take classes, there's a credit that is attached to it. For the most time, if you are taking a full year course, you're going to earn 1 credit. And that's, you have to at least have a 60% or above to be able to earn that credit. And also make sure that you are here. It's important. We have an attendance policy. When you come in the fall, we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. Generally, it's about missing 10 classes for a semester. If you miss more than that, we'll have a conversation. Of course, if you are sick, we want you to stay home. We want to make sure that you're getting better. but also that speaks to our really good partnership with students and families. We want to make sure that we know what's going on. If there's a challenge that's happening within your family or a scholar's facing, let us know what's going on so we can try to help and support you as much as possible. So credits are a really big piece of the difference between middle school and high school. You need at least 6 credits each grade level to move on and to be promoted to the next grade. So for example, as our 9th graders this year, they at least have to have 6 credits to be a sophomore. They'll need 12 credits to be a junior, 18 to a senior, and 25 total to graduate. Most of the time, our scholars are graduating with way beyond 25 credits, and also in addition to their CTRA high school credits, they'll also graduate with Goodwin University credits, which is a really wonderful opportunity. No matter what pathway they're choosing, there's a lot of different options here at CTRA for you. Talking a little bit about pathways, we talked about grade level, that we at least need certain grades to get a credit, and also certain credits to move on to the actual next grade level. We also have a certain percentage and grade that's required to move on to certain courses. So again, speaking a little bit to self-advocacy, meaning speaking up for yourself, asking questions. We want to make sure that we're having conversations with scholars. If you're having a hard time, that's okay. School isn't always meant to be easy. It's okay to have a healthy challenge, but make sure we're reaching out to our teacher. Reach out to myself as your school counselor, your advisor. There's so many different support people here at CTRA, and we want to make sure every single one of you succeed. So it's really important that we have that partnership and collaboration. And also with families as well. We really value every family's voice, and it's really important for us to hear from you also. You need an 85 or above to pass a college prep course, which is an introductory course to begin taking certain Goodwin University college credits. So again, it's important to make sure we're doing what we need to do, asking for help, so then we can make sure we get there. If everybody opens up their folder, you will see a teal colored paper right here if you want to follow along. This is also a copy you can take home for your graduation requirements. Unfortunately, I did talk about you need a certain amount of credits to graduate. It would be nice if you could take all the credits in a subject that you would like. So we have to make sure that we're following by guidelines that are outlined by CTRA and also by the state as well. So if you take a look at this, you'll realize that you need at least 4 credits of English, 3 of social studies, 1 fine arts, which is any art or music class, and 1 credit of electives, which is any extra course that you would like to take. For math, you need 4 credits. For science, you need 3 credits. Technology, 1. And a STEM elective, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. You need 1 of those as well. For physical education, 1 credit, health, 1 credit, and a mastery-based diploma is a capstone experience, which is something we'll talk a little bit more about in the future when we say for senior year. Looking at like the overall growth of scholars from freshman to senior year, and you do a presentation and a project that we help you through. Right here, you'll see a copy of a credit tally sheet. This is a lot to keep track of. So parents, we want to ensure you that school counselors, educators, advisors, we're all here to support you. So at least at minimum once a year, as school counselors, we go through all the different courses that we're taking to make sure your scholar is on track. And also to communicate these things to their teachers, advisors, and families. To make sure that we have the right requirements, we're going towards graduation, and also thinking about the next steps. Here you'll see a copy of a sample schedule. Sometimes looking at it like this, it can be a little overwhelming, but just know we do have 4 classes a day for about 80 minutes, a little under an hour and a half. And most, as you guys actually take a look at the pink sheet right here, you'll see this is a course selection sheet. That's a really fun part about high school as well. You do have some choice in your schedule. So freshman year, most of the time, most freshmen are taking very similar courses, but as we're moving forward, you do have the opportunity to have a little bit more choice. Most of our scholars are taking a math. On this sample right here, you'll see Algebra 1, you'll take English, Digital Portfolio. It is a class that introduces you to high school, a little bit about what CTRA is about, and creating a website to help track your growth from freshman to senior year. You also have a study time built into that section. You'll have environmental science, a Spanish class, social studies, which is identity, culture, and community, and civics. Individual team sports is one of our PE courses, and foundations of technology. Sometimes there are a little bit of differences if we need some support. That's something that we're going to talk about with our 8th grade team as well. So these are copies that everybody can take home. Your 8th grade school counselor does have copies of these as well, and they'll be going over them with your teachers. So how are classes chosen? 8th grade is a little different because a lot of times we're able, right now with you guys, it's awesome that we have the opportunity to look at your records, see what's going on, also getting staff and family input. In the future as well, it's not just one person, definitely not just the school counselor, so don't just look at me to make those decisions. We also make it a very team approach. So we need teacher recommendations. We look at grades like we talked about. If we're passing a class with a 60 or above, or if we need a different grade, we make sure that we're meeting those requirements. We might be looking at some standardized test scores, maybe SBAC, maybe PSAT or SAT scores. Scholar interest, what do we want to do after high school? Or what are we thinking about just to try if we're interested? And also keeping in mind of our graduation requirements. And again, as school counselors, we look at the 4-year plan.